Leviticus 6. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Command Aaron and his sons, saying, This is the law of the burnt offering. It is that which goes up on its firewood upon the altar all night to the morning, and the fire of the altar shall be kept burning by it. And the priest shall put on his linen garment, and his linen undergarments shall he put upon his flesh. And he shall take up the ashes whereto the fire has consumed the burnt offering on the altar, and he shall put them beside the altar. And he shall put off his garments, and put on other garments, and carry forth the ashes outside the camp to a clean place. And the fire upon the altar shall be kept burning. It shall not go out, but the priest shall burn wood on it every morning. And he shall lay the burnt offering in order upon it, and shall burn on it the fat of the peace offerings. Fire shall be kept burning upon the altar continually. It shall not go out. And this is the law of the grain offering. The sons of Aaron shall offer it before the Lord, before the altar. And he shall take up from it his handful of the fine flour of the grain offering, and of the oil of it, all of the frankincense which is upon the grain offering, and shall make it smoke upon the altar for a pleasing aroma as the memorial part of it to the Lord. And that which is left of it shall Aaron and his sons eat. It shall be eaten without leaven in a holy place. In the court of the tent of meeting they shall eat it. It shall not be baked with leaven. I have given it as their portion of my offerings made by fire. It is most holy, as the sin offering and as the guilt offering. Every male among the children of Aaron may eat of it, as a decree forever throughout your generations. From the offerings of the Lord made by fire, whatsoever touches them shall be holy. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is the offering of Aaron and his sons, which they shall offer to the Lord in the day when one is anointed, the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for a grain offering perpetually, half of it in the morning, and half of it in the evening. On a griddle shall it be made with oil. When it is soaked, you shall bring it in broken pieces. You shall offer the grain offering for a pleasing aroma to the Lord. And the anointed priest that shall be in his stead from among his sons shall offer it for a statute forever. It shall be wholly made to smoke to the Lord. And every grain offering of a priest shall be wholly made to smoke. It shall not be eaten. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, This is the law of the sin offering. In the place where the burnt offering is killed, shall the sin offering be killed before the Lord. It is most holy. The priest that offers it for sin shall eat it. In a holy place shall it be eaten, in the court of the tent of meeting. Whatsoever shall touch the flesh of it shall be holy. And when there is sprinkled of the blood of it upon any garment, you shall wash that whereon it was sprinkled in a holy place. But the earthen vessel wherein it is boiled shall be broken, and if it is boiled in a bronze vessel, it shall be scoured and rinsed in water. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It is most holy. And no sin offering whereof any of the blood is brought into the tent of meeting to make atonement in the holy place shall be eaten. It shall be burned with fire. Leviticus 7. And this is the law of the guilt offering. It is most holy. In the place where they kill the burnt offering shall they kill the guilt offering, and the blood of it shall he dash against the altar round about, and he shall offer of it all the fat of it, the fat tail, and the fat that covers the inwards, and the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them, which is by the loins, and the lobe above the liver, which he shall take away hard by the kidneys. And the priest shall make them smoke upon the altar for an offering made by fire to the Lord. It is a guilt offering. Every male among the priests may eat of it. It shall be eaten in a holy place. It is most holy. As is the sin offering, so is the guilt offering. There is one law for them. The priest that makes atonement with it, he shall have it. And the priest that offers any man's burnt offering, even the priest shall have to himself the skin of the burnt offering which he has offered, and every grain offering that is baked in the oven, and all that is prepared in the pan and on the griddle shall be the priest's that offers it. And every grain offering mingled with oil or dry shall all the sons of Aaron have, one as well as another. And this is the law of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which one may offer to the Lord. If he offers it for a thanksgiving, then he shall offer with the sacrifice of thanksgiving unleavened cakes mingled with oil, and unleavened wafers spread with oil, and cakes mingled with oil of fine flour soaked. And the cakes of leavened bread he shall present his offering with the sacrifice of his peace offerings for thanksgiving. And of it he shall present one out of each offering for a heave offering to the Lord. It shall be the priest's that dashes the blood of the peace offerings against the altar. And the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings for thanksgiving shall be eaten on the day of his offering. He shall not leave any of it until the morning. But if the sacrifice of his offerings is a vow or a freewill offering, it shall be eaten on the day that he offers his sacrifice, and on the next day that which remains of it may be eaten. But that which remains of the flesh of the sacrifice on the third day shall be burned with fire. And if any of the flesh of the sacrifice of his peace offerings is at all eaten on the third day, it shall not be accepted, neither shall it be imputed to him that offers it. It shall be an abhorred thing, and the person that eats of it shall bear his iniquity. And the flesh that touches any unclean thing shall not be eaten. It shall be burned with fire. And as for the flesh, everyone that is clean may eat of it. But the person that eats of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings that pertain to the Lord, having his uncleanness upon him, that person shall be cut off from his people. And when anyone shall touch any unclean thing, whether it is the uncleanness of man, or an unclean beast, or any unclean detestable thing, and eats of the flesh of the sacrifice of peace offerings which pertain to the Lord, that person shall be cut off from his people. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, You shall eat no fat of ox or sheep or goat, and the fat of that which dies of itself, and the fat of that which is torn of beasts may be used for any other service, but you shall in no way eat of it. For whosoever eats of the fat of the beast, of which men present an offering made by fire to the Lord, even the person that eats it shall be cut off from his people. And you shall eat no manner of blood, whether it is of fowl or of beast, in any of your dwellings. Whosoever it is that eats any blood, that person shall be cut off from his people. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, He that offers his sacrifice of the peace offerings to the Lord shall bring his offering to the Lord out of his sacrifice of peace offerings. His own hands shall bring the offerings of the Lord made by fire. The fat with the breast shall he bring, that the breast may be waved for a wave offering before the Lord. And the priest shall make the fat smoke upon the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons'. And the right thigh you shall give to the priest for a heave offering out of the sacrifices of your peace offerings. He among the sons of Aaron that offers the blood of the peace offerings and the fat shall have the right thigh for a portion. For the wave breast and the heave thigh have I taken of the children of Israel out of their sacrifices of peace offerings, and have given them to Aaron the priest and to his sons as a due forever from the children of Israel. This is the consecrated portion of Aaron, and the consecrated portion of his sons out of the offerings of the Lord made by fire in the day when they were presented to minister to the Lord in the priest's office, which the Lord commanded to be given them of the children of Israel in the day that they were anointed. It is a due forever throughout their generations. This is the law of the burnt offering, of the grain offering, and of the sin offering, and of the guilt offering, and of the ordination offering, and of the sacrifice of peace offerings, which the Lord commanded Moses in Mount Sinai in the day that he commanded the children of Israel to present their offerings to the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai. Leviticus 8. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Take Aaron and his sons with him, and the garments, and the anointing oil, and the young bull of the sin offerings, and the 2 rams, and the basket of unleavened bread, and assemble all the congregation at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him, and the congregation was assembled at the door of the tent of meeting. And Moses said to the congregation, This is the thing which the Lord commanded to be done. And Moses brought Aaron and his sons and washed them with water. And he put upon him the tunic and girded him with the girdle and clothed him with the robe and put the ephod upon him. And he girded him with the skillfully woven band of the ephod and bound it to him with it. And he placed the breastplate upon him. And in the breastplate he put the Urim and the Thummim. And he set the turban upon his head, and upon the turban in front did he set the golden plate, the holy crown, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Moses took the anointing oil and anointed the tabernacle and all that was in it, and sanctified them. And he sprinkled of it upon the altar 7 times, and anointed the altar and all its vessels, and the laver and its base, to sanctify them. And he poured the anointing oil upon Aaron's head and anointed him, to sanctify him. And Moses brought Aaron's sons and put tunics upon them and girded them with girdles, and bound head tires upon them as the Lord commanded Moses. And the young bull of the sin offering was brought, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the young bull of the sin offering. And when it was slain, Moses took the blood and put it upon the horns of the altar round about with his finger, and purified the altar, and poured out the remaining blood at the base of the altar, and sanctified it to make atonement for it. And he took all the fat that was upon the inwards, and the lobe of the liver, and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and Moses made it smoke upon the altar. And the young bull and its skin, and its flesh, and its dung, were burned with fire without the camps, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the ram of the burnt offering was presented, and Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram. And when it was killed, Moses dashed the blood against the altar round about. And when the ram was cut into its pieces, Moses made the head and the pieces and the fat smoke. And when the inwards and the legs were washed with water, Moses made the whole ram smoke upon the altar. It was a burnt offering for a pleasing aroma. It was an offering made by fire to the Lord, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the other ram was presented, the ram of ordination. And Aaron and his sons laid their hands upon the head of the ram. And when it was slain, Moses took of the blood of it and put it upon the tip of Aaron's right ear, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And Aaron's sons were brought, and Moses put of the blood upon the tip of their right ear, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot. And Moses dashed the blood against the altar round about. And he took the fat and the fat tail, and all the fat that was upon the inwards, and the lobe above the liver, and the 2 kidneys and their fat, and the right thigh. And out of the basket of unleavened bread that was before the Lord, he took 1 unleavened cake, and 1 cake of oiled bread, and 1 wafer, and placed them on the fat and upon the right thigh. And he put all these upon the hands of Aaron and upon the hands of his sons, and waved them for a wave offering before the Lord. And Moses took them from off their hands and made them smoke on the altar upon the burnt offering. They were an ordination offering for a pleasing aroma. It was an offering made by fire to the Lord. And Moses took the breast and waved it for a wave offering before the Lord. It was Moses' portion of the ram of ordination, as the Lord commanded Moses. And Moses took of the anointing oil and of the blood which was upon the altar, and sprinkled it upon Aaron and upon his garments and upon his sons and upon his sons' garments with him, and sanctified Aaron, even his garments, and his sons' garments with him. And Moses said to Aaron and to his sons, "Boil the flesh at the door of the tent of meeting, and there eat it, and the bread that is in the basket of ordination, as I commanded, saying, Aaron and his sons shall eat it. And that which remains of the flesh and of the bread shall you burn with fire. And you shall not go out from the door of the tent of meeting 7 days, until the days of your ordination are fulfilled, for he shall ordain you 7 days. As has been done this day, so the Lord commanded to do, to make atonement for you. And at the door of the tent of meeting shall you abide day and night 7 days, and keep the charge of the Lord, that you die not. For so have I been commanded." And Aaron and his sons did all the things which the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. This completes Parashat Tzav.